What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to talk about some things that have gone wrong on the rehab on our farm, some of the things to watch out for if you're going to do a rehab, and some of the rough lessons we've learned on this one. Not my first rehab. This is number 4, I think, for us, but learned some new lessons on this. So first, I'm going to take you for a quick walk through the house to show you where we're at. It's been a long time since I brought you guys out here. Kind of let this project get off of my front burner, put on the back burner with a lot of other stuff that was going on. Our house hadn't sold, so I wasn't in a big hurry to get here. Now that our house is under contract, it's been a big push to get this done, and I'll explain to you kind of some of the reasons why I pushed it to the back burner and some of the headaches we've had. But first, let's check it out. Last time you guys were here, I think we still had like a wall here probably and some kitchen stuff over there. So yeah, this past weekend, we got the engineered hardwood in. Went with a 7-inch wide plank, which I think looked super nice in here. Ties in well with these wall colors. This wall color is called Unusual Gray from Sherwin-Williams. We did this matte finish that's washable. It's like double the price of the normal paint, but that paint you can't wash in a flat. This, I promise, is washable, so I feel like it was worth it. And we got all of our cabinets stocked in the house. That way they're acclimating for us because we are going to attack the kitchen this weekend. I think we might get started on it a little bit earlier, but probably Saturday. We've got the guys coming out, same guys that we had out this past weekend. Worked on the floors, my buddy Mike, my buddy Aaron, my buddy Josh. Yeah, we kind of spent all weekend here. So kitchen layout, super quick. My refrigerator there, 36-inch stove there, range hood, base cabinets. We're gonna have 36-inch uppers, all the way around, your lowers, microwave cabinet, sink right under the window. Then we're gonna do a big 8-foot island kind of here in the middle of the floor. The stairwell going down is gonna get railings all the way around it that'll get stained, which I think will look pretty cool. Still got to figure out the stain color for that though. The one area we really haven't done much work yet, is down through here, is the bathrooms. Of course, our plumber's got the tub set, we've got the walls painted, but we still have to get the detramat down, tile the walls, get the vanity over here, get the toilet set, which is the same story for the small bathroom on the other side of the house. And when we bought this bathroom just had like a super tiny little shower. Now it's gonna have a full-size tub and a vanity and just not a little closet in it anymore. Dark, I have no lights, but we've got a regular 5-foot tub with a tile surround. And then we'll have a vanity and a toilet, of course. So yeah, that is a quick tour of the farmhouse and the updates. And then of course I got the little back room here that'll be my office, but that's kind of our paint staging area right now, which you can see. So yeah, that's the update. So let's talk about some of the bad things that have happened on this project. Since I bought this house in my personal name as a property with the intent on moving into it as my full-time primary residence, I did not pull a permit for what I would consider a kitchen and bathroom remodels. Of course, since the kitchen ties into the main part of the house, we would have done the floors in here anyway. Everybody I know that has rehabbed their kitchen or their bathrooms, none of them have pulled permits. So now myself included on this. Yeah, that backfired. About 6 weeks into the project, one of the town inspectors, sounds like, was driving by, saw our HVAC guy's van in the driveway and decided to drive on up, look through the window and see that we had the kitchen gutted, slapped us with a nice big red stop work tag, called the town, pled my case, and they kind of read me the riot act. Told me, hey, you know what, you're a licensed general contractor in our town. You know better, you should have pulled permits. And they threatened to pull my license and they threatened to pull the license of any of my subs that had been on this project. Yeah, not happy, which I get. But again, personal house, I'm just doing some minor stuff, no structural work, none of that. So I figured I'd get my slap on the wrist, they'd write me a fine, which they did. Charged me $1,700 fine for starting work without a permit, and then made me pull the permit. And the permit they made me pull was for a main level rehab, which, fair enough, we've kind of touched spots all throughout here. We're not gonna touch any of the electrical in the bedrooms, none of the electrical in the bathrooms, none of the electrical in the back office. The only electric that we were changing was adding some can lights and adding the outlets for the backsplash, the countertop outlets. We added a couple. So minor electrical. So they charged another $1,700 for that permit. So a total of $3,400 into permitting and fines, which, to give you perspective, this is, I paid $420 something thousand for this house, plus the 13 acres it's on in the barn and back. So when I pull permits for a new house, one county over, which is 5 minutes from here where I live and where I do all of our new construction, I can pull permits for $1 million house and they're $2,200 to $2,400. So spend $3,400 for a small remodel is a little rough to begin with. But then they proceeded to just beat us up through the whole process. I've never had a red tag in my life on any of our new construction stuff. And they red tagged us left, right, up, down, every which way you could on this project. It was crazy. As I said, main level rehab is what they made us pull a permit for. When we called for our electrical rough-in inspection, they flagged us for issues in the attic, for issues in the basement, for issues outside, and there's 3 pages of written violations that they gave us. Now mind you, this house was built in 1968, so the code in 1968 is not what the code is today in 2022/2023. So it makes sense, anywhere you're not touching should be grandfathered in, anywhere you are doing work should be brought up to current code. We agree with it, 100%. They called the town, they said, now we're gonna treat your house like a full rewire. Mind you, we did not put a new sub panel in, we did not put a new main panel in, we were not pulling new electric to other parts of the house. It was literally adding can lights and circuitry that was already there and some outlets and circuitry that was already there. Nope, you need to fix everything on the list. So it was, what do? Get a lawyer involved and go to battle with the town? It's not worth it. So thousands of dollars of extra in electrical to get that all addressed. Then we got the same thing with plumbing. We weren't changing locations of anything in the bathrooms. All toilets are in the same place. All drains were in the same place. All sinks were in the same place. Everything was in the same place. We had to put some new rough-in valves in the wall for the showers and stuff, no big deal. They flagged us for the drain lines in the basement. Again, built 1968, they used different materials then, had different code then. And the only way to bring it up to code was to replace every inch of drain line in this entire house. Again, thousands of dollars in extras for that. That sucked the wind out of my sails. I kind of lost interest. That's why this got put on the back burner and has taken me a few more months than it should have to get it done. Now that I actually have to get it done, we'll push and get it done. So my recommendation to you, man, if you're doing rehabs, it's a tough pill to swallow. Pull the permits, just do it. Make your life easier in the long run. It probably would have saved me $12,000, $15,000 on this project would be my guess. And that could be the difference of being profitable. Like if this was a project to flip and you were on tight margin, 12 to 15,000 could be the difference between you making a little bit of money or you losing a little bit of money. And especially with the timeline. So if you had, if you had like a hard money loan and you were doing a rehab and a flip and you added 3 or 4 months, that interest is gonna chew up your profit margins quickly. So I would say just bite the bullet, deal with your inspectors, call for permits. I've always called for permits on new houses because you absolutely have to and you'd be silly not to. But just it was crazy. Material shortages, no issues. We were able to get everything we needed relatively quick. Floors came in quick, cabinets came in a couple weeks. We did one window. The window took about a month to get here, which pre-pandemic would have been a little long, but now it's actually kind of short. Yeah, that's it. So hopefully in a few weeks, I'll bring you guys out, show you guys an updated house with cabinets installed, countertops in, and ready for plumbing fixtures. Until then, do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything that I can do to add value to you guys, please let me know in the comments below and I will do what I can to help you. Goodbye.